Well, most parents think that their children are the most beautiful ones in the world, and many parents go to the extreme of entering them into all kinds of beauty pageants. Now, when you look at those, you can't help but wonder, is it about a kid or is it about a parent? So, Juanita, what's your take on that?
Well, I think it is certainly to the individual, so it can certainly vary. But I think for the most part, for certain pageants and within a certain age group, it usually is more about the parent than it is about the child. In fact, recently, earlier this year, the Journal for American Academy and Child Adolescent Psychiatry actually took a look at these sort of kiddie pageant systems. And what they found in their study is that the majority of the parents that participate in these events it's not about the child. It's all about the parent. And they actually coined the phrase princess by proxy. So that a lot of the mothers are living out their fantasies of being a princess or a pageant queen through their daughters, which is really not a healthy endeavor.
Well, originally you're from Tennessee, but now you're in Europe, and there have been some changes, legal changes in Europe regarding those beauty pageants. Tell us about those.
Absolutely. The French government just recently, a couple of months ago, voted to ban childhood pageants. So any pageant involving a child under the age of 16 is now illegal. There are hefty fines associated with that, up to 30,000 euros, which is about $40,000, and up to 2 years in jail. So not only running these type of pageants, but also participating in them. So they're not just regulating the industry, but they're regulating parenting and making good decisions and wise decisions to participate in the type of pageants that what they coin as hypersexualizing young children, having them dress up in heavy makeup, seductive attire. So they banned those type of pageants in France.
And that's what age? What is it considered to have a child pageant? 16
and under. So any above 16 is fine, but 16 and under.
Now, do you think this trend will catch in the United States?
It's hard to say if it will catch in the United States. The U.S. is usually not going to take its cultural cues from France, but perhaps it is something that we as a society should take a look at. The problem is that the kiddie pageant industry is a billion-dollar industry. As of last year, it was a billion-dollar industry. And so when you have that much marketing and money behind it, it's hard to say whether or not as a society we'll take a step back and really evaluate what is in the best interest of our children. I don't think it will catch on, but I do think it can spark the conversation about what are healthy decisions for our young girls. I think some parents really are seeking the opportunity for young girls to build self-esteem and confidence. And let me just say, I'm an advocate for pageantry. I'm a pageant participant myself. I think pageantry at its root is a wonderful thing. I've seen young women really blossom, come into a large level of self-esteem, win tens of thousands of dollars for scholarship money and hundreds of thousands of dollars for their charity of choice. But I do think we have to evaluate whether or not it is in the best interest of a child, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, to dress up in heavy makeup and hypersexual attire, and really question the parenting skills of someone who would seek to do that.
So as a mother and a lawyer and wife, do you think banning the pageants is the solution for what we're trying to protect our children from?
I understand why they would do it. I do think that it is a step in the right direction. I don't know if you can really, what we're trying to protect our children from is poor parenting decisions. And I don't know if that stops at a beauty pageant. I do think for a certain age and a certain type of pageant,